Hello, it's Jay here and welcome to another tutorial. In this lesson we're going to work on creating some GUI to display our current battery power. And I'm just going to downsize the script for now and I'll explain what I'm going to do. During this series I'm going to do GUI in lots of different ways up in the corner here. Now normally in a game you want unified GUI. So why do it differently? Well, it's because during the course of this series I want to show you all the different ways you can do GUI, and hopefully by the end you'll feel confident enough to go and change your scripts to whichever style particularly fits your project or to your own personal taste. Now in this lesson I'm going to just create a simple black bar, because if we're going to do it in different ways, let's do it the simplest way to begin with. So a simple black box that's going to decrease as the current battery power goes down. And I'm going to place it about here because I want my health GUI above it. So with that said, let's go on and create it. So the first thing we need to define is a public float, and this is going to be our battery bar length, and we'll close the line off and we'll say defines bat bar length. Now I'm not giving it a value here because we're going to give it a value here in the void update, and we'll use that naming convention, battery bar length, and the value is going to be equal to open brackets screen.width, and it's going to be divided by 4, so a quarter of the screen width, close brackets, times open brackets again our current battery power divided by our maximum battery power, and we'll close brackets and we'll close the line off, and we'll just go through this. The length of the battery bar is going to be a quarter of the screen width, and then it's going to be adjusted based on what our current battery power is against our maximum battery power. So we'll put that into the comments. So we'll say bat bar length is equal to quarter of screen width times our current power divided by max power. So the battery bar length is going to be a quarter of the screen width if it's at max, otherwise it's going to use this equation to reduce it based on what our current battery power is. And again, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll try and answer them for you. And now we need to create the onGUI function. So I'm going to come here, actually below the void update, and we'll create a void onGUI, open close brackets, will open and close. And pay attention as to what capitals I'm using. Capital O, lowercase n, capital GUI, and this time we'll just say GUI very simply dot box, and it's going to be open brackets, it's going to be a new rect, open brackets, and the position I'm going to use, and again you might want to experiment with these values for yourself, it's going to be a value 5 comma, so 5 in from this edge, the left hand edge, 35, that's going to be down from the top here. The length of the bar is going to be the battery bar length, comma, and the height of the bar itself I'll give a value of 20. We'll close brackets, we'll comma, little speech marks, and I'm going to say battery, and this will print battery across the bar. We'll close brackets again and close the line off, and we can just put this into comments. Displays our current bat power as a bar. And we can just save that off and we'll go and test it out. So we'll hit play. And it may just take a moment while the script finishes recompiling, and there we go, there's our bar. We'll turn the flashlight on and it starts to decrease. We'll turn it up to high beam and it decreases faster, release, slows down and stops when we turn the flashlight off. And we can just stop that there. So that's working perfectly, but there's one more thing I want to do. The max battery power does not need to exist as a float because it's a whole number. And with it not changing, there's no reason to have it as a float, so we'll change it to an int, which is what we should be using. And we can get rid of the f because it's no longer a float. And all we need to do now is in this equation is cast this to a float. And this is perfectly simple. We just open and close brackets here and we say float. And that's as easy as it is to actually cast a value to a different value as what it's defined up here. And we'll save that off. We'll downsize it for now. And we'll just check again to make sure it's still working. And if we turn on, and we'll experiment turning low and high, turn off, it stops, back on, and it's still working perfectly. And we'll leave it here for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time, and until then, bye for now.